is coming to a gradual end. In a recent development, suspended governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, is optimistic that democracy will soon return to the state. Speaking in Port Harcourt during some activities to mark his 2 years in office, Fubara called on Nigerians to appreciate President Bola Tinubu for intervening in the prolonged political crisis which had threatened governance and stability of the state. He described the president's action as timely, saying it helped avert a breakdown of law and order. He also noted that the state is already in a peace process and urged all parties to support ongoing reconciliation efforts. All right, Emeka, Governor Fubara said democracy and good governance will return to Rivers State with both arms working for the good of the people. It means soon. Should the people of Rivers State be hopeful?
But that's why they were elected. Fubara and the members of the House of Assembly were elected to serve the people. They were elected, as the Constitution says, that government, should work for the well-being and safety of the people. But along the line, emotions, ego, and all of those things, sentiments ran high, and people forgot that people stood in the sun. People stood in the rain. People left what they were doing to go and vote for people. We now began to hear things that were not canvassed during electioneering. Because sometimes when I see politicians fighting, I ask, why not, when you climb the rostrum to campaign, why not tell the people, no, as we are campaigning, we are actually still fighting over how the sharing formula will be if we get into office. So that you see what the people will tell you. But taking the people for granted is not the best. So, and I think, I hope we will, as time goes on, our political system will advance to the extent that people will not be able to take Nigerians for granted anymore. If you get into public office and you cannot get, you get out. You resign and go away. You don't take the people for granted. Because the vote of the people is a sacred trust. It's a sacred trust. The crisis in Rivers State was avoidable.
Yes.
Okay, you are thanking the president for, but was it not the same thing that almost happened in Ondo State? You remember, we discussed it on Johnny's Hangout some time ago, where the president had to call 2 meetings with the same people. What is the problem? Only one person can be the governor at any given time. So, but when you have all this fighting and all of that, all kinds of things coming into the mix, are you now telling us that the people made a mistake in electing you people into office? They should sort out their issues and let people, because it's adults who are elected, according to Constitution, you can elect adults to go to public office. Let people behave like adults, matured people. We can no longer tolerate this bellicosity and all this unnecessary bickering.
Because when the president declared the state of emergency in Rivers State, there were lots of reaction. Why would the president do that? But now the governor is saying, he's thanking for his swift action. If not that, the state would descend into anarchy. Your thoughts?
I'm somebody who does not take back what he said. Somebody deceived himself that, he's taking back what he said. Oh, he would take back what he said. Me? Because he didn't know me. At that time, I believed that the emergency proclamation was unnecessary. And I still stand by it any day, any time. This is me talking. This is me talking. I still stand by what I said. Forget whatever anybody said. They don't know me. Because people believe that you are just like them. You are just like them. You are an everyday person, just like them. They don't have the courage to disagree with their Oga, for example. They will never find that courage. But they assume that others are like that. I disagreed with the proclamation. I made it clear. I affirmed it again. You called me.
Yes, I did.
I was in Oyekiti. And I said, no way, disagree. But I understood why the president
took that action.
That does not mean that I agree.
Okay.
You understand? The president felt he had to solve a problem. He took that action. Now, even after that, people have told me that it was a blessing in disguise.
Exactly.
That if the president had not taken that action, Fubara would have been impeached. I think that with the Supreme Court having recognized Martin Amewule
and the 27 lawmakers,
and with the governor acting tough and refusing to go before them to present his budget, forget the show for the cameras where he marched to their gate. We all know that before you can come before a house to present, but you will do a letter that you want to come. Your letter will be read on the floor. And then they will agree. Right there on the floor that, okay, do you want Mr. Governor to come on so day?
Yea or
they
nay.
will affirm whether they wanted it or not. And then you will come. You don't barge into their premises saying, oh, no, they did not want me to present.
It's also an arm of government.
That's not the way. I've attended budget presentations in different states. How they fire me, I attended his budget presentation in Ekiti. The deputy speaker, who is Moji Jamiu's elder brother, we were all there. We saw the procedure. There is procedure. You don't barge into people. Sure. We said at that time, but Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians analyze issues based on sentiments. And that's why a lot of times you see that they are wrong. Even when they are wrong, they will still be arguing. I said at that time that you can't use 3 persons to run a house because I couldn't find a parallel. And I challenge people, mention one country in the world where you have seen the legislature having a speaker and 2 other people running the house. They allowed Fubara to go on that path that led to nowhere. Today, Fubara has seen the light. Remember the speech he made the last time where he said, oh, before you take an action that you think you are taking to support me, first find out from me whether I like the action. He's speaking now like somebody who has a mind of his own, not somebody that people will leave their states and come and be misadvising him because of the money that they think he will give them. People left their state. They have crisis in their own state. They left their state. They came to Rivers because they saw Fubara as a big Father Christmas with deep pockets. Today, those people have since abandoned him. He can smell the coffee. Or this one is green tea. Now he's saying, oh, the reconciliation process is on. I can see what he's trying to do. Rally his people.
Exactly.
Yeah. That look, this reconciliation is on. He mentioned some meetings that have been held in Wike's house and all that. This reconciliation is on. Let's embrace it. Because it's important that they find peace. If they don't find peace, what would the president have achieved with the emergency declaration? The whole idea is to try and bring everyone together. We may not like it, but this was what he wanted.
Absolutely.
And the governor is saying, okay, let us support the peace process. We've been having meetings.
Exactly.
So let's thank the president for what he has done, because those boys will have impeached him. Shebi they impeached Barabe Musa. Was the first Nigerian governor to be impeached. Impeached. Because the PDP, NPN controlled the house. He didn't have majority and he was stubborn. They eventually had to let him go. Those boys, having secured the support of the Supreme Court, they could have taken that action. And forget it in Nigeria. People will they will riot after a few days, and calm will come. Exactly. This is our country. It is our country. Sometimes people can refer to what happened in Egypt at Tahrir Square. The strategy doesn't always work. Because when Sisi came, they wanted to repeat the same Tahrir Square strategy. He crushed them. He crushed them. Exactly. And he remained there. So what worked for A may not necessarily work for B. Fubara has done the right thing. Embrace the peace process. Rally your people to know that, okay, this is what is coming. We want to make peace. in the interest of the state. So that I don't want, for any reason, I don't want this emergency to exceed 6 months, even 5 months. And I like the attitude of the House of Reps to it. The House of Reps says it does not even want it to last 6 months. The House of Reps instituted the national peace process on this matter, bringing everybody on board. Because for them, it must have been a moral burden to even allow the proclamation in the first place. And Fubara, who says the president shows wisdom, he now knows that he has to show wisdom. Dump all of those misadvisors, old people coming to you, misadvising you, telling you this, you must do this, you must do that. I'm happy that at every opportunity, he now does that. Choose your friends wisely. Some people, when they hear the booming sound of the gun,
they are going there.
They will turn their backs against you. He has seen it. People shout about, oh, why did they use the voice vote? Oh, if they use the voice vote, was that a reason why not one person said nay? People who are genuinely loyal to you, they will stake everything. They will put everything on the line. You will find one person at least amongst them who will say nay. We didn't hear that. We didn't hear a nay. We didn't hear a nay. All of those people who are going from TV station to TV station, quoting law that they were turning upside down. They did, not one of them said nay. And I said, oh, so this is how Nigeria is. Nigeria has happened to Fubara. Not one of them. Now they have a chance. They need to bury their egos.
Exactly.
The two of them, Wike and Fubara, they have elephant-sized egos. The president must manage both individuals very well.
Exactly.
The president is the commander-in-chief. At every point, if he needs to step in to say, no, Wike, you're stepping out of line, the president must take that action. I'm saying this because that is the right thing to do. That's nothing to do. I don't have a relationship with him. I don't talk to him. I don't have his phone number. But the truth is the truth. There are times when I may agree with him. There are times when I will disagree. So many times. But for us to have lasting peace,
we just have to.
It is not a Fubara thing alone. Wike has to be involved. He has to be spoken to. He has to also moderate
himself.
Absolutely.
Moderate his desires. He must moderate his desires so that we have wholesome peace. And I know that wholesome peace is possible. Exactly. They must respect the president. When the president says, this is where you sit, they should take it so that this thing they can return.
For the benefits of the people.
Let Fubara return. He has learned his lessons. Let Fubara return to office.
I like that. Lessons learned. Let's talk about the lessons. I mean, for the warring parties, the gladiators, from both sides, what do you think are the lessons learned?
The lessons learned is that, I mean, you are given the sacred mandate of the people. Respect that mandate. And then Fubara is the governor. Wike should also respect. You were a governor. You didn't brook the kind of thing you are giving to Fubara. You didn't brook it as governor. Yes, you didn't brook it as governor. So if you people have disagreements, because, for instance, look at what is happening in Benue. Some people are already pushing that the governor should be expelled from the party. There have been rumors that the governor has run, he's engaged in anti-party activities and all that. And that is how it starts.
When this thing, their quarrel began the same week. The week.
Yeah, exactly.
The people are different. The way the SGF will take an issue is not the way we can. If we go into this, we won't finish that because I know steps that were taken by the governor that suggested I was waging a war against those who brought him to power. Like the decision to even seize money meant for local government chairmen. Do you know, even before their tenure came to an end, he has seized their funds. No, when we talk about Wike, Wike has his
let's also talk
and what Wike said is, look, don't pull down the ladder that took you to the top. Every local government chairman in Rivers State was made campaign chairman in his local government for Fubara. We have to be objective. It's not everybody who will sit down and allow somebody to simply kick him to touch as a political figure.
Absolutely.
Some will fight to the death to remain relevant politically. And this is how it is. Bukola Saraki had to fight his dad to remain relevant politically. He fought his dad. We all saw it. So,
all right, Emeka Majina, just round up on your thoughts, okay?
No, for me, I'm not happy with the emergency declaration. I regard it as illegal and unconstitutional. And that is my stand. And
you're not the only one.
And I hope that as quickly as possible that the emergency rule should come to an end. And I will also appeal to Martin Amewula and his, please respect the governor. There was one local government chairman.
Did the governor respect them? Was he paying them?
Yeah,
did he not seize their funds?
But it's Rivers State.
Did he not seize their funds? Do you know how many months did they earn salary?
No, but you know,
whereas a court,
yes.
the court of first instance, declared Martin Amewule and co. as the authentic this thing. He never obeyed that order. He never paid. He was holding on to their allowances and holding on to their salaries. You want them to respect him when he's starving them.
No, but
this is the thing. If you do, they do it to you.
Gentlemen.
I'm talking about now.
No, they are now meeting. They are making peace. Let's not go back to those things.
Let's make peace on this one, okay? Well, we need to move straight to